And we are starting off with Pipe World, World 7. One of the features of the randomizer is that the pipes will go wherever. So, we will just have to wait and see what happens. And there we go. Our first level that both competitors are doing is the Piranha level. Gameaholic taking a rough little hit, but now choosing to go to the fortress. BigZeeff checking out the item, and the item is a mushroom. The items you get from these item locations are randomized, so what is normally a star could become a mushroom, could become a hammer suit. That pipe leading to the southern island, which is a place you generally want to avoid if you can, as Gameaholic taking a death, and BigZeeff seems as though he is just done with this island and going to check out level 1, which has our good friend the Angry Sun. This is normally a World 4 level, and one of my favorite ones. We also have a Cheap Sheep bothering our runner. Very careful dodge of a fireball. As Zeeff gets through the level, and Gameaholic is going to open up a pipe of his own if he can take down Boom Boom. Zeeff going to the southeast island, which could be valuable, and unfortunately, not yet. As Gameaholic goes back to the Piranha level, BigZeeff his path has unfortunately taken him to one of the 2 auto-scrollers in the game. Normally, the auto-scrollers in this game are disabled. However, there are 2 of them. This one, 5-9, and the other one that is disabled is the other one that remains is nicknamed Atlantis, a beta stage. And Gameaholic's path has not yet led to positive results. I imagine Gameaholic will check out stage 6 to view that pipe, as Zeeff is. And what Gameaholic has found is tanks, and we will see where this pipe takes Zeeff. And Zeeff is now has a decision to make, and deciding not to work with the southern island, the middle southern island. As we have ourselves a very interesting World 7 layout so far. Tripping up both of our runners. Gameaholic making it to the end of the stage, taking out the Boomerang Bro and being rewarded with a frog suit. And this entire path has led to a lock. If our runners had a hammer, then the randomizer would allow them to break the lock. But as it stands, that's not the correct way, and thus I believe the correct the correct pipe is the one behind 7-3 or 7-5, rather. So the much maligned southern island is the one that is necessary. Gameaholic going through a desert stage as BigZeeff taking on the tanks, the army. And BigZeeff's not going to be very happy when he finishes this up, aside from at least knowing where to go, but going every possible wrong way, including going the right way and turning back, not a good feeling. Gameaholic has chosen to go and do, I believe, 6-6? A very difficult stage, especially with the nature of the randomizer making things even more rough. We will see how Gameaholic handles this. Alright, with a bunch of Koopa Troopas and Paratroopas, that final hallway is a lot kinder than it is in vanilla. BigZeeff choosing to collect 5 lives, not a bad move early on in the randomizer, because you never know when you're going to hit a stage that will just tear you down. BigZeeff, not far behind Gameaholic, who chooses to go through a toad house to get a leaf. And Gameaholic, unless there's a pipe somehow that we missed, will be the first one onto the final island. And we have our first appearance of our best friend, Boss Bass. And our first death of our best friend, Boss Bass. That's not very nice. BigZeeff going through fairly smoothly. Gameaholic working his way through. I believe this is 4-1. One of my... I just love almost all of the World 4 levels. They're just really cool. Alright. BigZeeff will be on to the final island shortly as Gameaholic picks up a 1-up. BigZeeff doing the card game and not collecting anything yet, as Gameaholic is now going through the 1-5 beta level. An interesting thing about the randomizer is that included amongst the normal levels are these beta levels. Some of them are almost complete but difficult, some of them are not so complete, and some of them are very, very hard. BigZeeff now has found our good friend Boss Bass. BigZeeff doing some careful platforming, as Gameaholic will check out the end card game. A feature of the randomizer is that even though these pictures say mushrooms and flowers and whatnot, in the randomizer, this is not necessarily the item that you will get. In this case, mushrooms in the card games are P-wings and flowers are stars. So, we might see another hunt for more mushrooms from Gameaholic. Gameaholic checking out the fort, and we have the World 1 fort, and Gameaholic does have the leaf, so we might see a check at what the warp whistle item is. In this, it will not be a warp whistle. All tournament races in this remove all the warp whistles, and in this case, it is a frog suit. And Gameaholic will check out the other piranha plant sage. The Piranha Plant stages in the vanilla game do not give out the same item, and thus in this they do not either. Ooh, a hammer. Hammers are very, very useful in the randomizer because, at least in these in League play flags, both sets, hammers have the ability to break locks in addition to bricks, meaning that they are able to help you bypass a lot of stages. BigZeeff collects the frog suit as well, as Gameaholic is working through the airship. And in regards to the card game pattern, normally the card games do have a pattern. However, in the randomizer, those patterns are random. Those patterns within themselves are randomized, so there's not much you can do. Ooh, Zeeff taking a couple hits as Arnold Schwarzenegger King has been rescued. And no item from Toadstool because Bowser... The Bowser letter is the World 1 letter. There, Gameaholic has shown off the use of the hammer and is into... I believe this is 5-3 perhaps? The best known as the Karibo shoe level, but there is no Karibo shoe to be found. Oh, hey, our buddy's Boss Bass is here. Gameaholic going to be careful and just take out the Boss Bass with the Fire Flower, but Boss Bass will return. Like the unstoppable, wonderful monster that it is. Karibo's shoe in the randomizer in general is depressing because it generally doesn't show up in a place where you can collect it. So Gameaholic will be moving on to 1-6, which is 2-1, I think. And our first showing of the Fire Nippers. Very, very dangerous enemy if they have poor placement. There was a hammer from the second Piranha. The Bowser letter never gives you anything. He just makes fun of you. And Gameaholic will collect his own 5-up. Ooh, Zeeff almost jumped right into the Patooey. The World 1 Hammer Bro gives a star. Bread. Ooh. But Zeeff gonna want to do something about the Fire Bro. That will work. Farewell, Frog Suit. Gameaholic is still ahead, but Zeeff has been steadily catching up. So we will see how this goes. We have one of our two Earthquake Koopas. But Larry goes down without much trouble. No, not a Piranha Fortress. What was missed were the two Piranha Piranha levels from World 7. And BigZeeff has done a great job of catching up on the Larry fight, so... And they will both find out that this king likes being transformed. And Mario's a jerk. The item from Peach here is the anchor. The anchor in the randomizer can be set to be any item. It could be a cloud, it could be a hammer, it could be a music box. It cannot be a warp whistle under these flags. But it is a powerful tool if you use it in the right place. And while this may not literally be World 3-1, this is level 1 in World 3, and it is 3-1. That's neat for me. And BigZeeff taking the lead. And now we have the maze of World 7's maze with an angry sun hanging in there. Gameaholic trying to use the star to take out the angry sun, but Sun just not cooperating, and BigZeeff gets through the level clear. That is a very dodgy angry sun, and BigZeeff taking out the hammer bro, the first hammer bro, and getting a P-wing for his troubles. And level 3 in World 3, that's not really World 3, is level 3. And it actually has boss bass, too. This is just the level. This is just straight up not a randomized level. That's great. And yes, you can kill the sun if you, hit it with, like, a Koopa shell, or anything that can kill, say, boss bass can kill the sun. And now we have 6 Fort 3, the conveyor fort. No mushroom in there, so BigZeeff will have to be careful. And gets through there smoothly. Now to just wait on the hotfoots as the stage rises. And time for Boom Boom. And a good Boom Boom fight from BigZeeff. Oh, that last level was 3-8. I'm sorry. BigZeeff checking out a hand level as Gameaholic checks out Hammer Bro 2, another P-Wing. Now, unlike the Piranha stages, all of the hand levels do give the same item. So all hand levels will be giving out hammers. So there are a lot of hammers to be found. And of course, it would give the game would give a hammer right after that lock that you would really love a hammer. BigZeeff picking up the second P-Wing. I wonder if Zeeff thought that he had a cloud there. Frog. Alright, so the Hammer Bros of World. That was the anchor use. Okay, ooh, anchors as music boxes. That's ugly. I'm not a fan of that. That's mean. I am a fan of handling the flippers with the frog and What Just Happened to Mario. And now, in World 3, Fortress 2, we have 342. I don't even know what to say. I think the game's making fun of me now. No, these flags are not guaranteed to be frog-friendly. Frog at your own risk. Alright, Zeeff took a hit from Boom Boom, but able to take the victory, and will be heading to Iggy's airship. Gameaholic takes a hit as Zeeff picks up the star. Zeeff looks like he is going to go all the way back to continue to do the card game, whereas I believe Gameaholic has chosen to pass on the card game. Zeeff finding a star, a mushroom, so that's a P-Wing, I believe. And stars are leaves. So, not... Ooh, and everything Zeeff did spawned a second card game. And the flower, which is a star. The star, which is a P-Wing. So we'll find out what the 20 coins and... we'll find out what everything is, actually. And inside there, I believe the 20 coins are hammers. So, the play works out, and although Gameaholic is in the lead, the card game play looks like it is working out. Oh wait, no, that was not a... The card game did not have a hammer. That hammer was from the card game was not the hammer. That hammer was from the hand level. I apologize. World 4 is the desert world. Gameaholic choosing to go double hammer by the looks of it. Ooh, and Gameaholic, the pyramid is the... Oh wait, no, there was a hammer in there. Okay. There was a hammer in the card game. Ooh, Zeeff taking a death in what is normally an auto-scroller. Good star use, even though it just gets a star. And not a mushroom. Gameaholic going after the double big bro. Having some trouble, but gets the KO. And a music box for the troubles. Yes, the P-switch there is intended to make those jumps not very harrowing. And Gameaholic making decisions in regards to items. BigZeeff's going to collect a music box from this hammer bro. And then march on to the airship. Gameaholic taking down Morton easily. BigZeeff not far behind. And this king should not own a pet. A Tanuki suit from Toadstool, and we are into World 5 is the Water World. And it is not going to be a short one. It's not going to be a very short one, as we are on to 3-1, which is 6-9, I believe. BigZeeff has a decision to make about that hammer. Choosing to hold on to it with worlds 5, 6, and 8 left. I think that's the one. Oh! No, deciding to go this path and getting 5-4-1. So this play might turn out very good for BigZeeff, and it might not. We will find out. Gameaholic going after the star to make the finish of this level easier, but you cannot go through a pipe while big with a star, unless you have P-speed. Gameaholic getting 5 more lives as BigZeeff is going to take on Boom Boom. On the bright side, the fun part of route divergence is that we know that at least one of these runners is going to go the right way. And BigZeeff now entering 1-6. Another level I'm a very big fan of, as Gameaholic is having fun with Lakitu. But gets through it good. Very good job. Even if BigZeeff's path takes him to the lock, Gameaholic's path will still take him to the correct pipe. As BigZeeff's path is not wise, as we have the lost city of Atlanta. The other auto-scroller. Yes, it's, the reason for that is because, if you have P-speed, you don't do the spinning jump, and the spinning jump cannot get through a pipe, Gameaholic tries to be fancy in 6 Fort 2, the Frozen Fortress, but trying to fly a little too close to the ice, and his wings freeze. This time, though, using a P-Wing, and BigZeeff getting through his level first, and these two, despite taking different paths, may end up... We'll see where this pipe takes. This is the big play for BigZeeff. Does it work? It does. The big play by BigZeeff is going to give him a big lead. As Gameaholic is going to find the tragic news that this entire path he's on is... Well, he didn't have a hammer, but so you'll find out that these pipes will not lead to happiness, as BigZeeff takes out Wendy easily. As a programmer, I am a big fan of this king. World 6 is World 5, and that means that World 7 will be World 6, and we know the general path the rest of the way, as BigZeeff goes into another one of the beta levels. This one, just a waterfall. Don't chase it. Gameaholic having more fun with the ice as BigZeeff goes through another one of another fan favorite level. Ooh, taking a bullet bill to the skull. More giant world and getting through it. As Gameaholic is having trouble with a Paragoomba, a Cheep, just all of that. Choosing to Cloud and P-Wing and Star for 1-6. And BigZeeff is taking the fort to create the bridge, so in case a disaster happens and BigZeeff game overs, won't have to do the first 2 levels. And Gameaholic's going to... Yes, Gameaholic's going to be very unhappy about having used that cloud, as BigZeeff is going to take out Boom Boom the cool way with the star to get the upside down question mark orb. And Gameaholic taking a hit by a blooper, almost got eaten by life, and BigZeeff now fighting a double fire bro, but gets through it. BigZeeff, a lot of P-Wings, just choosing to go through the tower to the sky, the third completely vanilla and completely vanilla level we've seen so far. We will see all 4 of them in this run, the last being Bowser's Castle. And when I say completely vanilla, I mean the position is vanilla, not the enemy set. BigZeeff is heading to the sky, and having collected a hammer from a hammer bro, we'll be able to break through there and skip 3 levels, and go to the door 6 fort. Don't go in door 4. Door 4 is tragedy. Gameaholic. Ooh, getting a boot to the face by Wendy. BigZeeff taking on Boom Boom. Ooh, and here we have 3. Here we have 7-6. Generally, a level that you will want to be able to do a skip through. Let's see what BigZeeff pulls out. BigZeeff, you going after the boomerang bro as Gameaholic gets the wand, and BigZeeff gets another music box. BigZeeff going for the P-Wing, which I believe is an option here. Yes, it is. Let's see what 6-9 has. 6-9 is dodging the boss pass barely. I believe this is 7-7, perhaps? But regardless, BigZeeff, that tail allows BigZeeff to skip the normally required creation of a bridge and beat the level quickly. Oh, is that... So BigZeeff will be going to go do battle with Roy Koopa. Taking his time, trying to avoid a misjump. Ooh! And BigZeeff, the rising wrench thrower, stole BigZeeff's jump and causes him to hurl himself into a pit. That's happened to me way more times than I care to admit. But now with a mushroom... And now the leaf, and now we will see if BigZeeff can get revenge. And in fact, I'm pretty sure BigZeeff was just outright looking for revenge there. Roy is Quake and 3 hits. That is pretty much a vanilla Roy. And BigZeeff will be off to world, the last randomized world, which will be the Ice World, World 6. It should be in Randomizer, it tends to be the longest one because there's not a lot of skipping you can do. Gameaholic getting a P-Wing. Uh-oh. Fights his way through the double fire bro. Collects the hammer. BigZeeff finding that the pipes... BigZeeff going back to the card game. Possibly for the hammer. And getting it. going to use it here to skip 2 levels. And getting a cloud from the Hammer Bro. And let's see what fort is here. In the Navy, we can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Gameaholic, having climbed the Sky Tower, is making a decision in regards to hammer use, and chooses to do so as BigZeeff defeats the Navy. And on to door 6 fort. BigZeeff trading a star for a star. And now going into the star run. Ooh, and Gameaholic taking a death to a boomerang bro. BigZeeff getting through the star run as Gameaholic is going to I presume skip through 7, 6. Yes, Gameaholic will do so with the P-Wing. BigZeeff taking on another double fire bro and getting another hammer. BigZeeff to a desert world stage. Gets through it clean. Gameaholic will have his own leaf to deal with the no block bridge stage. And BigZeeff now into 2-1. Or I'm sorry, Fortress 2-1. Or 2 only. Gameaholic trying to pick up speed. Perhaps doesn't know that you don't need P-speed if you have a tail. Figures it out. Very good. As BigZeeff getting chased by Boo and Spikes. And taking out the silver Boom Boom. As Gameaholic will be heading to the World 6 airship. BigZeeff going back to the card games. Continuing to try to rack up items, even though I think that hammer is really the only that he already collected is the only big prize in there. Gameaholic killing the wrench throwers for BigZeeff. As BigZeeff goes into 8-2, making use of his P-Wings. Gameaholic is on to World 7, as BigZeeff with the P-Wing gets through the rest of the stage. Ooh, BigZeeff going to check out, going to try the 6-9 path and gets a beta stage and just keeps jumping to his death. But it is a short stage, so should not be too difficult. Here is 3-3 with jumping cheeps instead of a boss mass. There have been hammers in card games, in hands, in all sorts of things, and here is 8-Fort-1, and BigZeeff is probably going to use that last hammer and skip it. Or at least is considering it, and choosing not to, okay. Yes, the hammer can be very valuable in Warpless 8, which is why I was confused if BigZeeff was going to use it here as Gameaholic taking a death to... And now go into the Iceberg beta stage. And losing the mushroom to the cold, harsh waters of the stage. Alright, Gameaholic taking out the 6-2 location as BigZeeff takes out 8-1 and goes on to the final Koopaling, Lemmy. Gameaholic needs to be careful, those hammer bros are... There we go. BigZeeff getting an item and getting a mushroom as Gameaholic picks up a cloud. And it is a one-hit Lemmy, so off to World 8 we go. We have seen some enormous World 8 comebacks this race, so far from over as Gameaholic takes a death to the Navy. Are you the same king that wonders why your cat's breath smells like cat food? Getting a cloud from Toadstool from the final letter could be useful in World 8, we will find out. Gameaholic working through the Navy. And BigZeeff had a tiny bit of trouble in that level, but gets through it without a death. Let's see what the pipe adventure we will be on is. BigZeeff going to challenge the... BigZeeff is not going to challenge the handbrake. Instead, going to the Navy, which is the Air Force. Our good friend the Air Force is here. Normally a quick-paced auto-scroller, it's actually normally a very tricky quick-paced auto-scroller. It's even trickier in this stage because without the auto-scroller, many of these jumps become leaps of faith due to the lack of scroll. You just need to take your shot and commit. It's Gameaholic taking on some hammer bros to get a hammer. And BigZeeff has found the path to Bowser, and it is 7 Fort 2 as the penultimate stage. Here we go. One of the most difficult levels in the game. Zeeff takes a hit, gets past the thwomp, but not the piranha plant. Let's see what Zeeff's plan is now. Using a star to get to the first part. And taking a dip in lava. And I believe that these levels automatically grab you, so you cannot cloud over them. But I believe that is the case. It may be possible with a glitch to do it for this one, but I do not recall. This race is far from over. There have been the last race I commentated on had both racers who had significant leads going into World 8. Both races ended up being within 20 seconds, so this is not over. Gameaholic. BigZeeff, though, getting through. Alright. Just needs to get to the second half of the level. Ooh. Does so with some nice jumping. He's going to want to do something about that boo, though. Okay. Well, BigZeeff is small, but just needs to take on Boom Boom. And does so. Very good fight. And with a hammer suit that was being saved, going in to fight Bowser. Let's see if Zeeff can keep it through Bowser's castle. Using the hammers to take out the hotfoots. Zeeff taking his time, waiting for the disco waffles to go through. And let's see. Can Zeeff get the clip? Zeeff having some trouble with the clip. This clip has been challenging. There we go. Alright. Zeeff is into the home stretch. Gameaholic taking on 8 Fort 1, or the World 8 Fort rather, the maze, and we are into Bowser. Zeeff with the kill, taking a hit from Bowser's head. Get your GGs ready. Now, assuming BigZeeff can defeat the door, this should be it. BigZeeff has defeated the door for a victory in an official SRL time of 54 minutes and 52 seconds. Very good job. GG. We will see if we can get very good job. With that win, BigZeeff will move up to 2 and 3. I believe 2 and 3. as Gameaholic is working through the maze. Gameaholic working through the World 4 airship, normally the slowest of the airships, I believe, and the longest. And we are now joined by BigZeeff. Zeeff, GG.
Thanks, dude. Man, that first world felt like it was never gonna end.
You know, there's something painful about going every wrong way, including going the right way and deciding to turn back.
I thought I would just, see more of the world, enjoy myself there.
It does have beautiful botany in it.
Yeah, man, I think there was only 2 levels in that world that I didn't do. I should have just 100%ed it and gone back and just did them all.
I mean, hey, I think there's only 1 level you didn't do. I think you. Oh, well, oh yes, 2 because you didn't do 7-3 because you knew it was behind. You didn't do one of the levels on the. I
guess it's called
the Southern Island.
Yeah, the Southern Island. Yeah.
Because you knew where all of it led to, and it was only sadness.
Yeah, and this seed had like there weren't that many clouds, and there was like an Atlantis before I forget one of the Koopa kids. So you had to do it unless you somehow got it.
That play in the water world, it panned out.
Oh yeah, I'm not. When I made that decision, I was like, right after I made it, I was like, you know what, this probably isn't the smartest decision to do the fortress, but I don't know, I just felt like either way it was going to be kind of long.
Game doesn't lie. Clearly the game knew, you made a play, and it respected that.
Yeah, luckily there were a lot of hammers in this one. I think the Hammer Brothers was mostly dropping them, and there was one in the end card game, I'm pretty sure. Yep,
and your second run through the end card game, first thing you did was get that second hammer.
Yeah, I got really lucky because I got to use that, like, immediately. Like, I went and checked the pipe, and I couldn't break it, and then I got the game, and then I totally could, so I don't know, I feel like the game was trying to cheat for me a lot.
Once again, I mean, it respected your hammer use.
Yeah, I think at the end I still had 1 extra, if I remember correctly.
Well, what else did you think of? What did you think of the seed overall?
The levels weren't actually too bad, like as far as like random enemy placement and stuff. I never had like too much. I mean, obviously some of the overworld stuff was a bit long, but it really wasn't that tough. I didn't think so. I mean, just had to do a lot of levels.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff to get. There was definitely a lot of stuff to get done. And how about that penultimate level?
Oh man, I was really considering using my hammer suit on that. And that the piranha plant placement seemed kind of bad because it's randomized whether it's a regular plant or a fire-breathing one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those fire ones at the beginning, and that was kind of tough to deal with. I guess has Gameaholic done that one yet, or does he still have that ahead of him?
Gameaholic is just heading that way, I believe.
He's gonna love it.
Right when the longer you go without seeing 742, the more it sticks in the back of your head. Like, huh.
It is kind of cool that was the last level.
I haven't seen 742. Gameaholic has just entered 742. But yeah. So that just you start thinking about it the longer you go without seeing it. You think about what other forts haven't I seen, and you can't name any because all you think about is where's 742.
Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, there were a couple of crappy stages. I mean, I did have to do. There's only 2 auto scrollers in this randomizer, right? And I felt like I had to do both of them because I didn't have any clouds.
Yeah. Yes. One of them. Yeah, I think both were required.
Yeah, I think Atlantis was guarding the pipe to Winty's castle on the water world.
I mean, that is appropriate.
Yeah. Very, very, like, aesthetically pleasing randomizer seed.
And I also was regularly amused that in the third world, Giant World, which was Giant World in this, you kept getting stages at the right spots. Like stage 1 was 3-1. The second fort was Water World Fort 2.
Interesting.
Just a very, very amused seed.
It was a special seed, that's for sure.
It was a special seed. Gameaholic has taken your strategy and is using the hammer suit to tear through. And
it's not a bad play on that. I mean, I was if I had died one more time, I would have pulled that.
I mean, it's the worst thing you can say about Bowser beating him small is it wastes some time.
Yeah, what is that? Is that like 40-second battle or something? I never really timed it.
I'm not sure how long it is, but Gameaholic got through clean and is now heading into the Bowser suit with hammer suit equipped and an extra one in the pocket.
Oh damn! So he kept the hammer suit throughout the whole fort too.
Yep.
Dang, how do you do that? I guess you can you can kill the thwomps with the hammers, right?
Yep. You can kill everything with the hammers, I believe, except waffles. Waffles are already flat. You can't flatten them anymore.
Makes sense.
Okay. Gameaholic has now gotten the skip, so should be heading towards Bowser. And I was amused at like the worst letter to get Cloud from Toadstool is the last one. And then last letter, Toadstool, Cloud. And there was nowhere to use it.
I think I only used 1 cloud during this run.
Bowser is defeated. All Gameaholic must do now is defeat a door. And that will be GG for Gameaholic at 104.06. Well, this was a fun race to commentate a nice little late night Mario 3 action. And we will hopefully get Gameaholic in here shortly. So, Zeeff, what races do you have left to do in League play? Because I believe you have 3 more?
Actually, I only have 2 more after this one.
Okay, you have 2 more, so
yeah, I got 2 more losses to Mitch Flower Power coming up.
You have the Mitch races, okay.
I mean, I might get lucky, you never know.
Hey, just make plays. Make plays and maybe they'll work.
Just like as risky and stupid as possible. So I'm either gonna maybe win from getting really lucky or just lose even worse than I usually would have lost. That's how it works. Yeah, interesting thing is if I know in my group Paratroopa and GamerCal are doing both their races tomorrow. And if for some reason, if a paratrooper wins both of those, then it's going to end up being a 3-way tie for second place, assuming we all lose to Mitch. Which that would be kind of interesting, because then I guess we would have to have like a tiebreaker.
I think the tiebreaker. I think there is a set tiebreaker, but I think it's based on.
I actually asked Pro about it, and he said that it would be like a race, even though I don't know if he was planning for a 3-way, which looks like it could be possible.
And we are now joined by gameaholic. Gameaholic GG.
Good games.
GG, dude.
GG.
That was a long siege.
Yeah.
There was no skipping those levels.
Well, technically, if you held the hammer, I guess you could have got you could have skipped a bit more levels in that World 3, but I mean, who could have known?
Who could have known that?
It's like once I went through that pipe in World 3, it's like, oh man, if I had only held that hammer, then I could have like blasted through most of that place.
I thought you were going to refer to Atlantis.
Oh, that was pretty. I thought I was doing something pretty cool with doing the cloud skip, the typical 5/8 skip. It's like, hey, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, of all the levels.
Yes, unfortunately, everyone watching went to that, because we knew by then we knew that Atlantis when Atlantis had been, and we were going, oh, only you would save the cloud. You're not going to be happy about what you see.
Yeah.
But such is the nature of the gamble. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you use a cloud right before the auto scroller.
Speaking of clouds, I can't believe I still held two of those at the end.
Wow, for real?
Yeah,
I only had 2 total.
I think I got some luck in the Hammer Bros or the card game. Don't remember which, but I was able to get. I think I got 3 total in that race. One I used on 3/8, which going to autopilot for any warpless mode.
I mean, it did let you. You would, if you hadn't used it, you would have had to either go to the fortress and go around, or run and find a way to quickly die.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it didn't help that that last toadstool gift was worthless.
Yeah. One thing I did was sort of banking on was saving the hammer for World 8, since I was hoping it may route me to those pipes above the hands, but because at that point the only hammers I could use would have just saved a single fortress level, which still would have been a time save, but I just decided to took a gamble there.
Yep. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out, which is the nature of rando.
That's what I take for taking risk, but that's what we do in randos.
It happens.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, very nice play through 742 with the hammer suit.
Once I saw that fortress, I thought, oh my god, I hate that level with the burning passion.
Just when you think it's over, you got that one last challenge.
So I think I skipped 2 fortresses before that, and I thought, okay, I haven't seen 7-2 yet, so let's hope 7-2 is one of those other forts I skipped. Like, nope.
It always sits in the back of your head, doesn't it? Thinking, okay, I haven't seen 742, but I also skipped some forts, so maybe it's not here, and then it's there.
Although it wasn't too bad with those double piranha. I don't know what you guys call it, but the place where you see the double piranha plants. As long as they're just chompy chomps and not the fire breathing ones, then that's tolerable.
If the difference between those two being the fire piranhas and those two being the chompers is enormous.
Man, found out the hard way.
It's not possible for both of them to be fire ones, is it? Or
yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I've had it before.
Good lord.
It's horrible. But Gameaholic, how many races do you have left in the league?
Just left with Mitch, so, well.
Oh. I mean, maybe Mitch will just, like, fall off the face of the planet.
I mean, maybe he forgot about the tournament. That's why we haven't seen him on the Discord. And we can just get those free wins.
Maybe he's expecting this to be a any percent Warpless tournament, and he'll get DQ'd.
Oh, okay, that worked.
I mean, on some of these flags, I bet you could beat Mitch doing any percent Warpless with doing a rando against a rando.
I'm pretty sure the only way I'm going to beat Mitch is if I find one of those whistles. I think they took them out, but they got to be somewhere.
Well, so long as you aren't streaming and Mitch is okay with you not streaming, then you might get away with it. But do either of you have any last comments or on the race, the seed, whatever?
Just saying, I guess outside Mitch, just want to say it's been a pleasure playing this tourney.
Yeah, I did this one last year too, and these are definitely always the funnest tournaments that I join. These random, and they're pretty fun to watch too.
Well, it was a blast commentating. Thank you for racing for us.
Thanks for the awesome
commentating.
Thanks for the awesome commentaries.
I try, I guess. But with that, thank you very much, and we will see you both. We'll see you both, Gameaholic and BigZeeff, whenever their races get scheduled. Upcoming tomorrow for Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer is starting at 7 o'clock a.m. is the beginning of a double header between GamerCow and Paratroopa, which may decide Group J, as GamerCow is undefeated at 4-0, and Paratroopa is sitting at 3-1. So that will be a very important race for determining how the bracket phase is going to look. After that, we at least for now have it scheduled for the break until 8 o'clock p.m. when Classic Gamer will be racing me. We don't have a channel for that yet, but we do have commentary scheduled, so we will get that set up. The GamerCow Paratroopa race, early morning race, by the way, will be at the main Speed Gaming channel. At 8:30 p.m. will be a double header between will be a four-person race. Raikou Rider versus Nickname, and Sharky 2107 versus S Diesel, and that will be the beginning of a back-to-back for Raikou Rider versus Nickname. Those are tomorrow's races, and we will have races all throughout the day on Saturday, and for now we also have some scheduled for Sunday. So we have a wonderful weekend of Mario 3 Randomizer prepared. Be sure to follow our runners, and if you really want to, you can follow the commentary person. And I would like to close out by thanking the entire Mario 3 Randomizer community for creating this game, creating the tournament, setting up all these wonderful things. And I would like to thank the Speed Gaming community for allowing us to utilize their channel to bring these races to you. And I would also like to thank